Hello and welcome back to the 25Ks in GeoGuessr. This week, well, since in real time, this is just before week 9 of Reddit League finishes and we start week 10 of Reddit League, which is going to be Bolivia. That's why I want to do this now, sort of as a help in getting a bit better at the country. That being said, I have already put in quite a bit of practice, especially non-moving as well. So it's not like I have no idea what I'm doing here. Um, so I am prepared in a sense. But yeah, just that's the reason why I'm doing Bolivia right now. And well, you'll probably better make sure you have a bit of time. I don't think this will go over that quickly. Um, Bolivia is hit or miss with rounds that can be really difficult and really easy. Um, Especially being in the big cities can be really tough to pinpoint because they're not exactly known for, first of all, being the most easy to pinpoint. Second of all, finding street names, especially for smaller streets, though that depends a bit on which city you're in. And third of all, La Paz is huge. So even if you do find some street names, it might still be tough to find them. And almost worse than La Paz is El Alto right next to it to the west because it's just as big, but with less information available, less street names anywhere, and just more and more small, indistinguishable from each other roads. So this could be really long. I'll try my best as always. The thing is, for this one, for the first time, I actually had to have someone check the seed because this map does have trackers. I don't think it has photospheres, but trackers have the problem that there's sometimes like 100 meter stretch of road, and then it just ends, and you have that and nothing else, and that is just not pinpointable if you don't know where it is because most of them just don't have any information. I've had some in practice that I did manage to pinpoint even non-moving. Like there was one, I think it was in Santa Cruz, in sort of the center on sort of a in the middle of a small like pond. That I managed to 5K even without moving. But a lot of them are just in the middle of nowhere in the country, and you really can't find out where they are if you don't know them. And also, Bolivia is a country that does have cut off coverage in quite a few places, meaning that you sometimes have like 1 kilometer of road, and then there's a gap in coverage of like 50, 100 meters. It doesn't have to be particularly long for you to not be able to cross over to the next bit of coverage, which again just makes it impossible to find out where you are unless you know in the first place. And even then, it might be really difficult to pinpoint, even if you do know, okay, I'm somewhere along this road probably, but finding the exact stretch of road, you know. Um, so I had Radox check the seeds. Send him. I'll show you on screen like a screenshot of the message back and forth as well, just so you know that I'm not cheating or anything here. I mean, probably could still, but you know. So the first seed he checked did have a round where coverage was cut off, so I threw that out. But the second seed he did say had one very hard round, so I'm looking forward to that one. But is apparently doable in the sense that you can technically always find out where you are. Obviously, might still be very hard, but well, we'll see. And uh, this is said seed. So with this, I can at least show you that I have not started the seed yet. Because otherwise I wouldn't be able to get to the screen. Only Radix has started the seed. Only he has gone through the locations and told me that they are technically doable. So, with no further ado, let's jump into the game in 3, 2, 1, go. All right. Okay, this one is interesting. Because for one thing, I actually think I know this. Yes. Um, which obviously does help in the sense that, well, if you know where you are, you're not going to take a long while to get it. I'm not 100% sure if it's the exact location. I think it is, though. We are definitely over here. Um, I'm right now not entirely sure. I think we might be here, though, and not here. This is sort of the most eastern point of coverage in Bolivia. Coverage ends, I think it ends up here. Might end down here. I'm not entirely sure at the moment. But this does look like a gas station, which would fit with this one right here. Um, and what I meant in that I know this place is I had one location practice that was up here that I got 4999 in non-moving because I was like 17 meters off. That's another worrying part about Bolivia is that even if you do get it almost spot on, you need to be extremely precise. And it looks like we would be somewhere like here. Let me just think about this logically. Yeah, this would be the place. Um, because the coverage is so small. Like, and I know I'm wasting a lot of time here in terms of just the pure timer, but I'm not wasting time because I'm explaining things to you. Bolivia is quite large as a country, but most of the coverage is concentrated around this area, just in the center of the country. There are some spots that go out a bit. I think this road has coverage to down here. This road has coverage to down here. Um, but apart from that, also I think this one does as well. And going north, I think we have a bit of coverage up here and slightly up here, maybe. I'm not entirely sure, and here a bit. But anything up here has no coverage at all. So you have to be very precise. I'm just thinking right now if there's any points in me actually go. Actually, yes. Just I want to see and find the spot where I was in practice. Just because, well, first of all, this will absolutely confirm to me that this is the right spot. I am 99.9% confident about it, but you know, can never be too confident. But secondly, also just because it's not too much of a distance to get there, so I might as well, right? We're now going very straight towards the east, which should mean we're about to come up to the roundabout. And it is right here. Yep, this is the roundabout. This might be exactly where I had my position in practice. Let me go back one more time. We're in here in between, potentially slightly further over here, and we'll guess that and get a 5k. Nice. Round 2. All right. This, I mean, we do have some roads going off here, one to the north at least. What do we have here? Ventilla. The thing is, Bolivia also has quite a few of these roads right here, which are very long, very straight roads. This one I think we'll be able to 5k as long as that small or side road shows up on the map. But there might be one that we can't. Anyway, Bolivia is very good to judge just purely based on landscapes. A lot of this, just to show you that I have done my due diligence, a lot of this general region, this is still kind of mountainous, but apart from the mountains, very flat, sort of very dry, which would generally point me towards this region, this road here. I would actually just, if we sort of have a look here, we might have started at this point. It's my guess right now, just because of the way the road direction works. I think this road is a bit too steep in terms of north-south. That also was the only point where I saw a side road actively, and I think something like this maybe wouldn't really show up. What does that actually say? Rio Hito. Interesting. There's another one, but that's a bit apart from that, apart from the road. And this river doesn't have a name. This river have a name? Rio Desag what does it say? Uh Desaguadero. Sorry. Okay. So it might just be a small little stream that might not show up on the map. Entra via Patarani. Okay. And the road didn't make a curve here, so now it's going pretty... it could be this curve, but actually it feels a bit too straight west-east. to be that curve. But we'll travel a bit further. It looks like there is a city in the distance on the horizon. So we'll quickly check out which city that one is and hope that there is a city entrance sign somewhere. And if you do that, I think that should clear up all of our doubts about where exactly we are. Here we go. Bataillon Kalama. That here somewhere? Yeah, Kalama. This is it. So it does look like that might actually be the right place. It could also be here. I didn't see. Let me actually go back. I didn't see a road going to the south. There is this small road here, but let me check this. Yeah, it could actually be going over to the west there. How far is the south? That's not too far. Let's just quickly check it out to the south a bit. Also, I did tell you I practiced for Bolivia. What I did was I think I did like 4 moving games, and then I decided, okay, this country is so diverse in terms of landscape that I think I can get really good scores non-moving even. And so I did like loads of non-moving games. And as it turns out, you can get really good scores in non-moving Bolivia. My high score so far is above 21,000 points. That's Cañaviri. Is that something we have here? No, but there is this split off on a road here. We have a massive road going to the south. That looks good. Yes, that would be it. Which makes me pretty sure this is actually the right starting place. Which makes my almost non-moving guess at the start pretty good. So yeah, what I was saying is I did get one 21k like performance in non-moving Bolivia, which is pretty sick. I managed to consistently get to like over 15k, and that generally just helps me as we guess in 3, 2, 1, go. Yes, that generally helps me. Oh god, this is gonna be hell. That helps me calm down, I think, for the actual Reddit League game, because I know and I've developed a new strategy because of it, although at the point this video goes live, you might have already seen that. Where what I want to do in Bolivia, in Reddit League, is I want to take 15 seconds, just 15 seconds at the start of the round, where I'll not move, I'll just look around and make a first guess based on what I can see. And then I'll start moving around, gathering information and everything, and I will only change that first guess if I find information that makes me do so. I will not go, oh, I've now explored a bit, maybe it does look more like that area or something like. No. Hard, concrete information. If I don't know that it's in a place other than that, then I won't change it. And that is the point. And I've gotten very, like, the point is, I've gotten very good at telling where I am in Bolivia without moving. So if I want to at that point then change my guess based on some gut feeling, then I'm not going to, because it'll just be the pressure talking. Okay, where is this? These signs usually, oops, what happens here? These signs usually have the municipality on them. Municipality Miska? I feel like I've seen that before. That says Miagua, but I don't think, oh yeah, no. This is Municipality Miske. It's here actually. I was only gonna zoom in and kind of show you. Okay, I think it's this general area around here, but yep, there it is. Now the question is this actually Miske? I mean, I have no reasons to doubt that really, but the question is, which road is it that we're entering Miske from? Is it this road? And it does have kind of a north. It bends over to the west and then back, and I don't see that here. Which is the main reason why I'm not sure it is Miske specifically, but it might be a small town close by. I'd like to go a bit further and try and see if I can find. Well, that was a very small town. I didn't find a town entrance sign anywhere. So the the hopes that I have is that I do eventually stumble upon Miske or any of the other towns. That gives me a good estimate in how far away I am from it in actuality. Whether that is how it'll play out is a different question. Could it be actually south of Miske? I don't think this is quite how it looked like. Neither of the other roads, I think, fit. Are there others? Kuri, that does not fit. I think that's too far up. Could it be Tabuada? No, unlikely. Any of these really aren't all that likely. But I doubt, like, I think this would already be this municipality. So that we're there. Where could we be? I think I'll go on for a bit longer. There's really nothing that can assure me of what the right place is at the moment, unless I happen to stumble upon it. But I did sort of check every possibility that is close to Miske, in my opinion at least. I'm not entirely confident that there is no small side roads that are covered as well, but I'm pretty sure this isn't a small side road. This is the major road leading through this region. That looks actually really beautiful. That's a good thumbnail, I think. Need to I'll remember that when I'm done. Yeah, apart from that, I think we'll just be. Oh, that's actually interesting though. Those kind of windy roads, those do stand out on a map. Oh, when they even bend over here. That's a really weird road direction. So if I actually look for that, very much could be Kuri. Very much so. Just this sort of road direction where you go all the way across. Um, I'll keep an eye out on the next turn we get like this, which is this direction. Do we have anything like that here? Unfortunately, I would say probably not, but it might be this one actually. This one fits better. Yeah. If we go north here now, do this turn, and go down, I think I can confidently say that is where we are. Going north, and we're coming up, although it is a bit longer than I'd expected, but yes, that does fit. That is, yeah, and also it makes sense, yeah. Yep, that is roughly the right length. And considering how confident I am now that this is the right place, I'd say it's exactly the right length. All right, there's this interesting turn here as well, which is right here. Yeah, okay. So I can 100% say now this is the right place, which puts me north of this town. Now the question is, will I be able to pinpoint that precisely? There's a lot of very small curves in the road. And I want to get another good grasp at how far away I actually was from that town when we started. There's a big one. And with big one, I mean this turn here that we're currently at. I think my best chance is finding this one. And I feel like that might actually be this. Could it be? No. Can't. That's not what I'm looking for. Um this though might be. Yeah. This is better. This is precisely what I'm looking for. A very sharp turn here. Which means there's one bend here previously to it. Which would put me there. It's sort of a long bend. And the next one also bends over that way. Yeah. Yeah, especially as further north, I cannot see a turn like that anywhere. So this has to be the right one. Let me just once more confirm. We have that small, actually, have this small turn here. Go over there, go back north, and then we go into this. Yeah, okay, it has to be here. Probably here. How far is it? Hmm. This does feel a bit more curvy though than this shows. Problem is I know it has to be here. I'm just slightly doubting the way the road is drawn on the map, so I'm not too confident about a 5k. But I think it's not going to get better than this, so I'm going to guess there in 3, 2, 1, go. 33 meters. It was a bit further north, yeah. Yeah, and I was right in doubting the map there, because it does look like it's not um quite like it is in Street View. Actually, if you just look at the path logger, the thing is the path logger works in the way that it connects the points that you visit. So, like you can see right here, I was here, and then the next thing I jumped to was like down here somewhere. This one probably. So it's just drawing a straight line between them. So I'm not actually going through this bit of road. Like actual Street View goes here and here and then down here. But that's just the way the path logger works. So I can't like 100% say, okay, um, it doesn't actually go that way. But things like this are pretty obvious where you have one marker here, you have one marker here. So the road clearly does not quite go with one marker here as well, how the map portrays it. But even so, that went pretty well. Um, I do kind of I do kind of hope we get one city location at least, because in my practices I usually get them. I say I kind of hope. Well, you can actually just okay, good. Yep. Oh god. Yes, I did say I kind of hope. Um Bad thing is, well, we're now in La Paz. Well, good luck me. Okay. Can I find some street names maybe? La Paz is not awful with street names. It does have them in some places. Um, hmm. But you do generally still find them more so on like businesses rather than actually at street corners. But okay, it looks like downtown is to the north of us. Municipality number 372. Go to the back. Let's go back to the start. I mean, what do we have here? I think this has the address on it. Calle Nieves Unares or Linares. Yeah, I think it's Linares. And just to show you, I'll zoom in on La Paz. Um, yeah, there's a few there's a few roads here. Um, there's a few many roads here, and it's actually for me it's even harder to judge where I am in relation to the downtown area if I look at the map and look at this in real life, because it's kind of hard for me to tell um where all the skyscrapers are. I mean, I know there are a lot of them around here. I don't really know how this area specifically looks like. Just from what I've seen so far, I do think we're on the eastern side of it. But it's at Nieves Linares, so I'll have to keep that in mind. Um, this is, I mean, bit of an exaggeration to say it's sparsely populated. It's not as densely populated as some of La Paz, which also suggests to me that we might be quite far south. Maybe even as far as, say, down here. And I'm looking west here. East is sort of just a mountain. But the mountain is actually really close here. So unless I get a better view. Okay, but it does still continue quite far south. You do see like a football stadium here. We see at least one major road, which is presumably this one. But just from that, it sort of goes southeast, then it has a straight stretch, and then it goes southwest. Could be here, which again would put us in this general area. Maybe somewhere like here. Let's have a quick look if I can't spot it anywhere. Let's see. This could take a while. A long, long while. And it's not the most promising to just check it like this. Could also, in theory, be up here. I wouldn't be completely surprised, but actually, no. I think with the mountains being here, I think this is a reasonable location to assume that there's a lot of mountains here that block it. Arena, Maldonado. There's a lot of named. Well, all of the roads are named, obviously, but I mean, named after famous people or just people. Okay, I'll go back again. Let's try this direction one more time. And what I want to try is, I'm assuming I'm somewhere here, which means if I go south, I'm supposed to eventually hit the main road. Problem is, as I'm looking here, Alto Brajes. I'm not sure if this is pointing me towards this saying that's this way or if we're actually here somewhere. But it sort of gives me confidence that I'm in the right area at least. What else? Unfortunately, I couldn't, as you saw, I couldn't go west there, but I can here. Centro Municipal de Salud, Via Armonia? Something like that? Is that something we have here? Standing out. I couldn't see it if it was here somewhere. Achumani? That's a bit of a stretch, isn't it? Yeah. Okay. We're on another road here that looks not too small, at least. I think we've been here before, though. Can I try this direction? No, I can't. Which means we'll have to go this way again. But there's this peculiarity on the road, which we might be able to spot later. For now, this does not have a road name. Some military standing there. I can't go south here or southwest here either. What other places do we have? This here I can. This allows me to do so. And this is sort of a very bendy road. Yeah. It went north, then it bends south again. Kind of like these are the roads that I'm thinking about here. Because those are not that common, to be honest, if they're big. There aren't that many bendy roads like that. So again, I just do feel like I'm somewhere in the right area. But it's just so difficult to confirm that. Okay, what have we reached here? We had a bit of a bend, and now we're at more of a straight road again. We might actually be closing in on the main road here. Just need to find a way to get to it. This is a pretty big, in quotation marks, empty area. Where could we find that here? These are all kind of filled with houses. If we want to have that anywhere, where would it be? You do have this here, which is sort of empty. How far north did we travel? We didn't travel too far north afterwards. It might have been this actually. With the north and the south, and then hitting this road and then going north and seeing this area here. The only problem is then where did we come from? Let me check. I want to see the roundabout here. That fits with this roundabout. I'm pretty confident. Scrap that. I'm 100% confident this is the right roundabout. This, actually, am I 100%? I'm not 100% anymore. This road here is interesting. It sort of leads around here. This is the roundabout now, isn't it? No. This is a sort of a dead-end roundabout that does have one small road going off this way. Could they have done something different with the road here ever since Street View was done? Because otherwise this does seem odd to me. There's actually, if you look around here, there's not too many roundabouts either. So it does confuse me a bit. What do we do? Where do we go from here? I think we go back to the roundabout. There are some sports centers here. La Paz Esculturas. Let's go this way. Let's see. Oh. I think that's down here actually. Or not necessarily all the way down here, but somewhere further south. I've definitely seen this general area before. It's super hard for me to tell where exactly it is. I can definitely tell you this is the main road now. I would think it is here. But is it actually though? You know what? We're continuing along it for a bit. Okay, this is the end. Límite de área central. Limits of the central area. Central area of what? Who knows? Yeah, okay. A pause. Then it goes north here, then it curves a bit towards the east. And it has a bridge. Let me actually see, where is the bridge exactly? Here is the bridge. And that bridge is probably the most helpful part for us right now, because that is a huge bridge that crosses over the main road. The main road goes relatively north-south here. We have such a bridge down here. Because I don't think we do. I also think it would be too far south anyway, because of how far south we can see in La Paz. Or how much more south of La Paz we could see from where we started. This one, potentially. I think that fits. Do we have the roundabouts though? I can't. Let me check something. It did come up from down there. Oh, it does extend over here, so it can't be this one. It can't be this one either, actually, because that doesn't connect. Where else could it be, though? Those aren't this is not the main road either. I'm aware of that. But I just saw the big crossing here above it, and I thought, this looks good. What about here, though? No, that doesn't fit either. Wait, what the? Yeah, I just saw Plaza Confucio. Okay. I thought it said Confusio first, and I was gonna say I'm confused as well. Let's go north south. What if it's this one actually? That would have that road going off of the east, meeting up at a roundabout, crossing the highway, having that split up here. Yes. Do we have a roundabout here? We have the roundabout here. Yep, that does look like a relatively remote area. We have that road. Yes. Um Then we have this park here, if you remember that. That was close to a start. All right. We're getting somewhere. We're actually getting somewhere. Now what do we do? I got over here. So I walked a bit north, or sort of west more, or west and north. Crossed one side road. Crossed a second side road. And then the third side road is this edge of the park. So 1, 2, somewhere here is where I think we are. We're very close to this side road here, which I presume is this. See, it goes that and then curves to the west. Does not do that here, which does slightly annoy me. Okay. Let's go back to the start. Let's try this again, going to the west. If I go to the west here, we have this intersection where one road goes northeast, one road goes south, sort of southwest a bit. That could definitely be this intersection because the road is slightly out of line as well, which does fit. Oh, technically, maybe I just missed a side road. You are here. Yes, this road continues off, but this road, this one here, actually does curve to the west. So, Salon. Yeah, we're somewhere here. This does look like a church, to be honest. I mean, when I say it looks like a church, it looks like it could potentially be a religious building with this. It does not look much like a church, but it looks more like a church than anything else here. And if I look straight south, we sort of meet with this edge of the building. Almost go past it, actually. So I think this is it, and I'm going to guess in 3, 2, 1, go. Nice. Very nice. Whew. That's not easy to pinpoint in La Paz, as you can see by the fact that it took me 17 minutes. So I'm already looking forward to having to do it in 3.5 in Red Lake. But yeah, I'm satisfied with that. We're actually further west. But that's only 5 meters. That looks further than 5 meters, but I'll take it. Obviously, it doesn't help that, as you can see here, a lot of the roads in La Paz aren't named on the map, even if they might have a name or used to have a name in reality. I assume every road has a name. I can't be 100% sure though. And yeah, we made our way down here, up there, down there, and excuse me, did happen to find the right bridge at the end. And this was also the roundabout where the coverage ended, which is quite unfortunate, but yep. So I do think like my first general guess was my first general guess around here, or was my first guess here? Anyway, I was relatively close. So we got one more round to go. And Radok said this is the hard one. And it certainly is the hard one. I can 100% tell you it's this road down here. Where exactly? We're gonna try and find out. All right. I also know that this road isn't abundant with information. Let's just say it like that. Um, I do hope that I do find a distance sign somewhere. Sort of the most well-known city for me in the area down here, at least, is Calamity, right here. So I do hope maybe we even find that somewhere. We do have a very north-south, very straight road with a couple of curves here and there. And I did have a round in practice, non-moving. No, that was still moving, where I just plonked it down somewhere on this road because I saw a curve that I thought would fit, and I was like 400 meters off. So that was quite nice. Emilia Galvez, San Antonio. I don't think either of that will show up on the map. CPS Camiri, so we know at least we're not too far away from Camiri. Though ambulances can travel a bit. All right, we do have a bit more of a curve towards the east here. And we do have one road to the west. That's not too bad. What does that actually say? That's the one I want to read. Okay, nothing important. Nothing that would help me, at least. Okay, we do have this curve right here. Now, if I knew which side of Camiri we were on, this sign gonna tell me. Pampa Redonda. I'm not sure that is a thing as a city, or if that's just a what was I going to say? A sign in Spanish that just means something. Like I don't know. I don't speak Spanish, unfortunately, but could just have a meaning that isn't something I would find on a map, and I can't find it on the map at the moment, so I don't want to spend more time on it. Um, I do think it is a city sign. Kilometer 310. Doesn't really tell me anything, to be quite honest. Ipatimiri. No, not here. Where was it? I saw that just previously. At least I thought so. Ipatimiri. Ipita is here. That's what I saw, I guess. Do we see a Pampa de Redonda here? Gutierrez. It wasn't Gutierrez, was it? That we saw? Let me look through this. Ipati, Morevita. None of that. That's Kamiri. If it was up here, it would probably be a smart idea to go back to the start and head south. It says bienvenido. I don't remember if bienvenido means welcome or goodbye. Ipati is in 1 kilometer and Ipita is in 53. And Santa Cruz in 257. So 53 kilometers south of Ipita. I'm looking for that specific bend in the road that I was talking about earlier. There's Ipati in 1 kilometer. I assume that's this at least. And which one of these is that specific bend in the road? It might be this one, honestly. Though it's less pronounced than I thought it would have been. But I honestly can't see it being any other. Would I find anything going to the south? I'd eventually find Huazo Igua. And I would also find this side road. So I'll do that. I'll go south. And I will find that side road to my west. We do bend over slightly towards the east here. Does that fit? Just a quick second here, just to confirm something. Go north here, it bends. Is that actually right next to the start where it bends? Certainly bends over to the west quite a bit. And what does it do afterwards? It keeps that general direction up, but then bends back to the north. But that goes from straight north-south to bending this right here. Has to be. Do you see that little channel or river somewhere? We go south. Shouldn't be too far away from us technically. What do we have here? No, not really. There's a few houses over on this side. I zoom in quite a bit and check to the south here. Can't see them, but it wouldn't surprise me if they just don't show up. Either way, eventually I should hit a more significant curve to the south. And partnered or paired with that should be a road to the east. I just need to quickly confirm that. There's a bunch of farms around here. Would be great if they showed up on the map, wouldn't it? Okay, here we have Quebrada Urundaiti in 4 kilometers, which is this well, at least the bridge is named after it. So I'm in the bright area for sure, and this is the road. Yeah, so I'm on the right stretch of road. Now it's just good guesswork. Actually, where is... Should be really close to us, that little river, if it's visible somewhere. There's immediately a bend to the other direction, south of us. I think the river has to be north of us. Almost. I cannot see it. That's for sure now. Unless it's like literally right here somewhere. But I do feel like we might actually be like bang on where the river is supposed to be. Just with how this all works out. You see the bend in the distance. You see this one slightly closer actually. Yeah, so I think this matches up. And at one point, I guess there used to be a river here. Maybe it's maybe there's like a slight bend in the grasses here where there could be a river. Either way, I think we're guessing on the river. I think there's not much else I can work with here. So I'm gonna just hope for the best, and I'm gonna guess in 3, 2, 1, go. Come on. Wait, what? 1.7 kilometers. Really? That confuses me. That does confuse me quite a bit. I mean, yeah, obviously made it down here. Huh? What about that massive bend to the north? Is that just not really represented? I mean, that's not as big of a bend as I thought it was. Let me close that again quickly. Let me try something out here, because this is me being very confused right now. I go south here. And I want to see it from the other direction. Yeah, I guess this is quite a big bend as well. So I guess... But really, this small of an altercation? I want to see that once more. I mean, I guess I still feel like that should be much stronger of a bend. Okay. Well, that was just a plain mistake, I guess, then. That had nothing to do with just being unlucky. Although I would argue it was slightly unlucky. Actually, now that I think about it, I do want to see if there was a river there. Because that changes things then. Was there a river there that I crossed? Ah, there was a river there. I could have seen that. Could have seen that. But I was so convinced because of the bend that we had to be here that I didn't check that far south, and I didn't fully remember what we had crossed until we got to this part of the road. Yeah, okay. Well, I'm not actually sure if that is the first. No, we did have one mistake in Mexico that was also partly due to being a bit not well being not careful enough. But mainly caused back then by a restaurant being wrongly labeled on the map. Um, I think that might actually be the first genuine mistake where I was convinced this is the right place, and I actually thought I double checked, and then it just ended up being wrong. So yeah, I hope you still enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.